Dan Graziano says that he believes that the Niners are going to look to trade Brandon Aiyuk this offseason. He's making $2.3 million on the final year of his rookie deal. He's on pace for career highs in receptions, receiving yards, first downs. He'll make $14.1 million this year, 16th highest, or next year, I should say, and be the 16th highest paid wide receiver in the sport if they fail to work out a long-term deal because they exercise the fifth-year option. He's going to make, Debo's making $20.9 million next year. Spot Track did a thing today where they project Aiyuk's extension to be 4 years and $80 million. So are the Niners, do they have the budget for two $20 million receivers? Are they going to pay Aiyuk or are they going to trade Aiyuk? He's got 2 touchdowns this year.
I saw that clip. Do they have the budget for it? Yeah, I think they do. Would it be smart to sign Brandon Aiyuk to a 4-year, $80 million contract? I've loved Brandon Aiyuk since they drafted him. I'm a big Brandon Aiyuk fan.
He's the only receiver they have that gets separation. Everybody else is glued to the corners.
He is a very good route runner, but I don't think he's an elite wide receiver. If he were an elite wide receiver, he wouldn't be dropping some of these 50-50 balls that come his way. Like, he is not good at 50-50 balls for a guy with that wingspan. He's just not. He gets open and he makes catches, but like when there's a guy in his hip pocket, I don't trust him to come down with the ball. I haven't really seen him take over games. I wouldn't pay him $20 million a year.
Well, they wouldn't.
Listen to what Dan Graziano's. He didn't hear this from nothing. He didn't hear this from nothing. I think they saw Brandon Aiyuk without Debo the last few weeks, kind of hoping that Brandon Aiyuk would sort of carry the offense. Didn't. And now they're thinking, you know what? We're not going to get rid of Debo. We're already paying him, and we can't get that contract off our books. Like, do we really want to double down and spend all this money at wide receiver, or trade Aiyuk probably for a first-round pick and draft another wide receiver? Teams have had success doing that. You can get good wide receivers every year, right? Like, that's what the Vikings did. They had Stephon Diggs, who's a lot like Brandon Aiyuk. They traded him to Buffalo for a first-round pick, drafted Justin Jefferson. They're not regretting that move. I mean, you could do it, and you can save a lot of money, and you get better at the position too.
I mean, they've already paid Debo, so they've already made that decision. But let's just say they were both set to be free agents, and you had to pay $20 million to one of them. And with the wide receiver money exploding, you're probably gonna have to pay Aiyuk even more than 20. You'd pay Aiyuk over Debo.
He's younger. He's more durable. I'd pay Aiyuk. I mean, Debo has higher highs, and he can take over games. You could do more with him, but so much of his value is playing running back, and he gets hurt. And he really hasn't been that dominant since he got paid. So I have to go Aiyuk. But I feel like they're both number 2 receivers, if we're being honest. Good number 2s.
I know. I get the feeling too. I get the feeling that they're both really good 2s. I would rather pay Aiyuk because he gets separation, and I think Debo's not going to age well. But they've already made their bed. They've already decided on Debo, and that decision has been made. All right, let's finish up.
Also look for Hufanga. I know Dan Graziano didn't report it, but there is no guarantee that they re-sign. Hufanga could be very expensive too. I don't know what he's going to be.
Obvious
he's an all-pro.
Yeah, I mean, and then what about the future of Armstead? What's the future of Trent? What's the future
his extension? I'm just talking about guys that haven't. I'm talking about guys who haven't gotten their extensions yet, and I'm not sure Aiyuk or Hufanga have it in the bag with the Niners. They might have to go elsewhere for that because the Niners have given out so many contracts. And if you don't play D-line and you're on the Niners, you might not get paid. I'm sorry, it's the only position that matters on the Niners apparently, and running back.